He's someone that I respected, someone who say, yes, Gilbert, I want to speak. I actually approached him through a message. So he said, yeah, I want to speak, but can I speak after 6? I said, wow, how come must speak after 6? So leceh one. He was saying his daughter is coming to hear him speak. Where's your daughter, Kelvin? Yeah, can your daughter and you come forward? Come, come, don't be shy. We're all Singaporeans. Give them a hand. Kelvin and the daughter. I like whole family to come together. The father speaking for the daughter. Daughter feeling very proud because the father speak up for the next generation. Come forward, come. Right, give them a hand. Kelvin and daughter. Yeah, come. Yeah, I feel very proud. I really, really wish my daughter is here with me. It's a very proud moment for a father to see, your daughter standing together with you, right? Maybe, just maybe, I want to ask the daughter how she feel about his father speaking and getting into politics.
I feel like he cared about me a lot when he talked about politics because he wants to make my generation better for me and for the people like younger than us, and he doesn't just care about himself but the younger generation as well.
The best speech so far. Let's give them a hand, Singaporeans. Right, these are the young people that we want to see. Because whenever we are here in Hong Lim Park, we see those above 50, 60s, 70s. There are not many young people. So I'm very proud to see Kelvin and daughter here. Give them a big hand. Kelvin and daughter. Kelvin, all yours.
Thank you. Uh, Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I have known Gilbert for some time. It's because of Facebook. And I know a lot of people here through the Facebook. Okay, I'm a part-time Grab driver. Okay, and this Grab driving has allowed me to feed my family. Okay, at the same time, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm building something up in Thailand. Okay, okay. Today, I want to discuss with you how CECA and how many Singaporeans' life was destroyed by it. CECA is an agreement between India and Singapore. This agreement allows India to bring in personnel and their families to work and stay in Singapore. And we cannot chase them out because it's an agreement. The Singapore government has just signed a deal to bring in 60,000 India professionals from India in 2011. Okay, many of us have been replaced by the professionals, and this is what I'm very angry about. Okay, they also intend to bring in pilots to replace our own pilots in Singapore Airlines. They also intend to bring in large numbers of nurses, Indian nurses from India. Okay, and India is well known for its fake certificate and degrees, fake certificates. Okay, and if half of them, if all of them would go for the real screening, I think half of Singapore will be free from all Indians. All will be sent back. Okay, but our government closed one eye. You think the government don't know? They know. Okay, yes, yes. Okay, and who are we to employ them? One day Singapore will be known as a country that has a lot of fake degrees and certificates because we employ this person. Okay, the HR in most of these companies employ their own race and deprive Singaporeans of their jobs, and they classify Singapore as lazy, don't want to work, and they have no choice but to employ foreigners. I was once I asked a HR manager who told me that no Singaporeans are willing to take up a job offer for poly graduates. I asked her, what is she paying them? She said $1,500. 1,000. I told her $1,500, and after CPF, the guy has barely enough to live. Okay, she told me at her time when she was starting about 15 years ago, she was getting the same pay, 1,500, and yet she can survive. I told her about 15 years ago and now cannot be compared. Okay, 15 years ago the things are cheaper. Okay, they cannot be compared. And she told me that the foreigners are willing to work for a low pay. I told her that foreigners can, and after working for a few years, they can afford to buy land and house, whereas in Singapore, you cannot afford it. Okay, another Singaporean told me that who works in the retail industry. She said her company employ more than 70% of the same race, and they celebrate their own National Day in their office. Okay, Singaporeans Singaporeans are forced to work on weekends and public holidays. Okay, and many of them have quit after some time. The whole process of employing, hiring foreigners goes again. Okay, they tell the MOM, oh, we can't get any Singaporeans. Singaporeans need to work. Okay, it's because they bully Singaporeans. Okay, CECA has caused a lot of hardship to Singaporeans. Many PMETs were retrenched even as young as 40 years old. Okay, they were unable to find the jobs that they were trained for, and in the last resort, they switched to driving taxis, Grab, or become security guard. Okay, because they have a family to feed, and many become very depressed. They have to work long hours to feed their family. Okay, what if India decide to let 1 million people come with the blessing of our government? Jialat, yes, right. Okay, what is going to happen? We are promised by the PAP we are going to reach 10 million people. The quota is not 6.9, it's going to reach 10 million people. All Indian. Okay, that is their aim and their target. Are we going to accept this? If the answer is no, then vote for the opposition. Okay. Many times people will compare other countries such as India and see how lucky we are. But then when we want to compare, we must compare Singapore 20 years ago and now. Has our life become better? It become worse under Lee Hsien Loong. Yes, for the past 15 years, we are not going anywhere. Okay? Okay, 20 years ago, things were much cheaper and we can buy many things with $50. Now, $50 is not enough to take a taxi to Woodlands and back. Okay? Ask ourselves, how does a couple to spend $50 just to and fro? They get no money for makan, they have no money to see the show. Okay? Now, how do you expect our young to have babies and have their own home? Is the PAP going to do something about it? Okay, we don't just talk, we want to see real improvement. I remember what Dr. Chi said a couple of weeks ago. He said, it's not what you say, it is what you do. Many times, PAP had said something and then they do another thing. They said that they will not increase taxes and then they start to increase tax. Water by 30%. The car park, ERP, town council rates, cashew, electricity, and so many things. Okay, they even told us they will increase GST to 9%. Okay, that's what they said they will, and they will increase. And not only that, the anti-climate is going to cost us $100 billion. Who is going to pay for that? it's only taxes from you and me. Okay? Now, we have a very good opposition. Okay? We have a very good opposition with Mr. Tan Cheng Bock leading the PSP team. A man who could have retired but chose to stand against the PAP because he wanted to do what is right and fight against the wrong. And he has a very strong team with him. Now, for Workers' Party led by Pritan Singh, who is working very hard despite the PAP trying their best to put them out of business. With Mr. Low Tia Kiang and Silver Lim, they are determined to fight the wrong that the PAP until the end. Even the CPIB has got no case against them. Let's support them in these hard times. Dr. Chi Sun Duan leading the NCP, he was a very determined man who has shown us what determination is all about. For most people, they will surrender to the PAP when they got sued for bankruptcy, but he stood firm and is still with us now. He's a brave and determined man, and Singapore is glad to have him. And I would say that he's a different man and that he's determined to save Singapore. Okay, Tiong Lin, a lawyer who has led the People Voice, had been advocating for the rights of the people who had been trampled by the PAP. A voice that has no fear against the PAP. I supported this opposition team and I hope they will be able to form a coalition party against the PAP. 54 years is a long time, and it's time for the PAP to leave. It is time for the people to vote against the PAP. Lee Kuan Yew once said, if the PAP has declined in quality, then the opposition has put up a team which is equal or better than the PAP. Then the people should vote for the opposition. With this, I end my speech. Thank you.
Kelvin Ling, give him a hand. Big hand for Kelvin. Right, on this juncture, we also want to ask the daughter to come to the stage right now. Right, come, don't be afraid. Right, you must feel proud of your father. Come, come, come. Oh yeah, also I think there's the eldest daughter here. Can you come also? There's two daughters. Oh, I thought there's only one. Come, come. I'm very proud, like Kelvin, to have two daughters here. You know, hearing how the father speak. I want to ask them how they feel about the father's. You know, what's the speech? How they feel about their speech. First, this is what's the name? Sheena. Yeah. How do you feel about what your father says?
Honestly, my dad gets a lot of judgment. I mean, many of these speakers do, but he is always has his eyes on the family. Yeah, I remember the last text that he texted the family was that I don't want my children to one day come up to me and say, "Why do you remain silent when you could have spoken?" Yeah, so he's always gangster father to me, but I've learned a lot of good things from him also.
Yeah, he's not a gangster lah. He's, I think, a very loving dad. Also a very, very nice citizen of Singapore. Right, maybe the younger daughter, what's your name?
Michelle.
Michelle, just say something about what your father says. Right, don't be shy lah. Right, no one will catch you. Shall we hear from her, Michelle? Yes. Right, just say just a few words. Yeah.
I'm very proud of my father for what he's doing and the people over here that's looking out for not only your generation but the generation after. Thank you for what you're doing and for the future.
Yeah, very good. We're going to shout the slogan and wave the flag together. Is it okay, Singapore? Right, let's take some time to do this. Right. I'm going to shout and please shout after me. Say no
Say no
to
to
CECA.
CECA.
Say no
Say no
to
to
6.9.
6.9.
Say no
Say no
to
to
PAP.
PAP.
Okay, big hand for Kelvin Ling and family. Right, yeah, we are very proud to have a family setting here, right?